Instead, the punter out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Second and 10 now. Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Ready. We're waiting.
Throwing now is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Easy. Ready.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, got it. Hey, let's go.
They go play action now. Ryan. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Tuesday.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
To throw is Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. And the former first pick in the 2nd round of the 2001 draft doing his thing.
And the beauty of watching him play is progressions. Yeah, he can throw it deep.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Ryan. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 84 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spinning past him. There he goes again. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
12. 20. Let's go.
Now it's Ryan. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Ready to go. Back 25. Space, space. Ready to go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Gun, gun, gun. Ready, set.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Caught by Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might walk.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. He's going to fire. That's caught inside the 20. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Bryant's kick is good. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. Whoosh. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
21,
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Ready? We're waiting. Let him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the interception, here's Ryan. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. We'll hit them with a screen soon.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Gun.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The catch made over the middle by Ginn. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Ready. We're waiting. 11.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. In for the score. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Cameron Jordan. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Gun, 11.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop indeed not a good look. Ryan forced out to his left. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Kill. Let.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Flushed out right to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. From the gun, Ryan. He can run for it, and he will. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
He got 29 yards that time. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
18 yards there and a first down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Steps away to his left. Now Breeze lost the football. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught. But sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Breeze. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him on to the...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Vic Beasley in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Here's Breeze. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Throwing now is Breeze. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And that one results in 35 yards. Now, Breeze again. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, twisting away. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Get up! There we go.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
His throw incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
And he takes a shot on the release. face as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
And Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Blackbeamer Bagley.
Kelly stripped. The ball is free. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Kill. Ready. Yellow waiting.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Kill. Hey, left, 28 left. 11.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. He leaps over him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit.
Here's Kelly. Going to throw again. Buying time to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A play fake. Now Kelly. And he's going to be taken down. sacked back at the 2. Alex Okafor in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Matt Bosher now. As the draw. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints can take the lead if they can hit the extra point.
But they didn't have the normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
But for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Kelly to throw again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Justin Hardy, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. Now Kelly. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
On 1st down, Breeze. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On 1st and 10, Kelly. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 33 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are back within a score. What's good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Kelly. Eluding the pressure right. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry for Smith. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
In these dirty vans, clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance.